The World Cup is starting this week, and here are 5 big storylines to follow. Christianic CYInterview covering Las Vegas and the world. Whether you watch soccer on an ongoing basis or you don't, you'll enjoy this CYInterview discussion about the upcoming World Cup because it'll be something that everybody can follow. So let's just start with the obvious. If you're in the United States of America and you're not an ongoing soccer fan, but every 4 years you root for Team USA because you'd like to see them do well on sports' biggest stage. Here we go. Will Team USA do well in this World Cup? Well, it's all going to come down to what happens this coming Friday. 6 p.m., Los Angeles, SoFi Stadium, 6 p.m. Pacific time. By the way, no excuse for anybody who wants to watch this game. You can download the app Tubi for free to watch this game. So if you don't have a cable TV package or you can't get to your local restaurant or sports hangout, you'll be able to watch this game by downloading Tubi. You're also going to be able to watch a day prior to that Mexico and South Africa that'll kick off the World Cup. But 6 p.m. this Friday, you got 48 countries overall. 4 countries are going to be in there for the first time. We'll talk about those countries in a couple of minutes. But because there are 32 teams, if the United States can get that 3 points, they'll be on their way. The rest of the group is comprised of Turkey and Australia, of course, as well. And so here's what it comes down to. What I know and what I've heard, and I've done a lot of watching and research over the last couple of days to get my opinions on the United States of America, it seems like anybody in this group could rise to the top. But a lot of people think the United States finally has it together. They believe that Australia is an okay squad and don't know much about Turkey. Probably 2-1 is going to be good enough, obviously, to get to that next round and get to the knockout stage where anything can then happen. Interesting to note, of course, there are 48 countries. That's number one. Now number 2 for the headlines. There are 48 countries, again, that are going to be in this World Cup this year, and 32 are going to make that knockout stage. So the 8 best third place standing in the group of 4s are going to make it to the next round and make it to the knockout stage. And I think that's really interesting. And it gives some of these countries, you know, usually you would have in World Cup history, the top 2 out of a group get out. It'll be really interesting to see. It gives these third games meaning, absolute meaning. And the reason I say that is because if you look at that scenario and situation at hand, let's go to June 26th. We're going to talk about one of these countries in a minute, but Cape Verde, African nation, first time in the World Cup, population is less than 500,000 people. They may lose their first 2 games in the World Cup, but they're going to be playing Saudi Arabia on June 26th in Houston, and that game could be for one of those teams to be one of those teams that finish third. They could be one of those teams, the winner of that game. So I think it's really fun to see that there's going to be more teams making it onto the elimination stage. So really what it comes down to is that 32 teams get through, 48 start, and anything can happen. I think we're going to see some upsets, and I think we're going to see some parity. And I think we're going to see one of those teams who's not in the top 2 in their group, one of the 3 seeds from one of those groups, the best of the 8. I think they're going to upset somebody big. I really do in the round of 32. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. Number 3, let's talk about 4 new teams, 4 new countries going to be in the World Cup for the first time. Again, Cape Verde, Curacao, Jordan, and Uzbekistan. Interesting enough, Curacao has a population of 156,000 people. Cape Verde, less than 500,000. I think it's around, the high 400,000s. I think it's incredible that these small countries with smaller populations, with less athletes to recruit, train, and put together a good club squad, whatever it might be in soccer, I think it's incredible. And I think these are going to be some of the most interesting stories to watch as far as countries go. Seeing Cape Verde and Curacao on the biggest stage. I do believe, again, that match on June 26th, Cape Verde versus Saudi Arabia, that is Cape Verde's chance to get to the next round. If they're able to win that, and then based on all tiebreakers for the top 8 seeds, the top 8 best 3 third place teams in those 12 groups. I really believe that. So, and also interesting enough, Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia is the cheapest World Cup ticket right now at this given moment in time, less than $200. For those of you who are still thinking about going to a World Cup game in that part of the country, Cape Verde versus Saudi Arabia on June 26th. But I really think it's really interesting. Obviously, Uzbekistan and Jordan have millions and millions and millions of people, but Cape Verde and Curacao both have less than 500,000 people in their countries, and somehow they have fielded teams, and they're in the World Cup. I think that's really impressive. You have bigger nations that have never been to the World Cup, so congrats to Cape Verde and Curacao. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they end up doing. Next on the list, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. A chance to see some of soccer's biggest stars. Again, you may not watch the Premier League. You may not watch MLS. You may not watch any of these other professional soccer leagues. But you'll watch the World Cup, and it'll be your chance to see some of the greatest stars in the world, of course. Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal, Lionel Messi for Argentina. It'll be very interesting to see these games, and I think these will be some of the most watched games because of the star appeal. Every 4 years you get to see the biggest soccer stars in the world play for their respective countries. So I think that's really phenomenal. Looking forward to seeing some of those games. And finally, number 5. A German mathematician named Joachim Clement has predicted that the Netherlands will win the World Cup this year. Now, Joachim Clement has predicted the last 3 World Cups, and he thinks that this is Netherlands' year. Now, I don't know much about Netherlands soccer. The only thing I know is they've had some deep runs in the World Cup and have come up short. Will this be the Netherlands' year? Only time will tell. Now, bonus round number 6. The best place to watch the World Cup is not at the World Cup itself. It's right here in Las Vegas. And the reason being is that there's going to be multiple resorts and venues that are going to host every single game. They're going to show every game from June 11th to July 19th, Las Vegas. On the Strip, downtown Las Vegas, and everything in between. Las Vegas is the place to be. Book your ticket for a fraction of the cost of what it would cost to go to a World Cup game for the most part, booking that hotel and that plane flight at this last minute. Come to Las Vegas. We'll be glad to have you over the next 5 weeks. We look forward to seeing you. And up in the video right here, there'll be in a minute, will be all the places, or some of them, you can watch World Cup games in Las Vegas. I'm Christian for CYInterview. Again, Team USA, win on Friday, and everything is possible. That is basically what it is. Again, want to watch it for free, watch it on Tubi, not a paid endorsement, but that's where you can see it if you don't have a cable TV package. I'm Christian. We hope you enjoy all of the soccer, and congratulations to all the nations. We welcome you to the North America, United States, Canada, and Mexico. It's going to be a great soccer tournament for the world stage of sports. If you love sports in general and you love sports storylines, even if you don't love soccer, there's nothing better than the World Cup, in my opinion. I'm excited about it. We're looking forward to it. This is Christian for CYInterview. Please hit the like button, and please hit the subscribe button below, and please comment to keep up with everything we have going on here at CYInterview in Las Vegas and beyond. You know what to do, and I'll see you on the next one.